A very good afternoon to you, and hello. Thank you very much for joining me live on What Media. This is a quick video. I couldn't help myself just before Boris goes live at 5, and that's good, thankfully. I'm glad that's happening again, because I think it's definitely needed. I did say to myself I wasn't going to do any videos for a while, because I've been in hospital, so there's an apology as to why I haven't done any, but that's not the point of this video. That's not what I'm going to go into today, because I'm making lots of content about being in hospital, because it's great to be on the patient side of things again. I was when I was 14, and it shaped my medical career up to this point. So to go through what happened a couple of weeks ago has been fascinating, as part of the biohacking journey in terms of finding out what happened. It wasn't COVID, so you'd be pleased to know, and it was cycling related. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I say it in jest now. Thankfully, I had some very lucky angels, stars, whatever. Somebody somewhere was looking after me, in the sense that to come out of what I came out of alive was great, right? So I don't want you guys to think that when I say that unfortunately my Watford shirts got cut, I'm not really complaining, far from it. But coming off a bike, it was quite an experience to wake up with the helicopter emergency medicine there slicing. Well, I didn't see them slicing me, but basically waking up with basically just in your boxer shorts. But anyway, so that's why I've been quiet. Hello, Richard, you're right. That's why I've been quiet. That's why I've been out of touch for a little bit. The reason that I made that post last night about, Boris has been sick and he has had COVID, and yes, there's conspiracy theorists out there that say he hasn't, and I'm not going to give them any time or oxygen. It's a waste of time and energy. But my point being is, we've got difficult times ahead, and the reason that kind of struck a chord with me is, yes, he made a mistake and he misspoke. For the last 2 weeks, partly because of the head injury that I've had, I've been struggling to find words, right? So we don't know. Thanks, Pam. Me too. We don't know what COVID does to people's long-term health, whether that be see what I mean? This is what I mean. So psychologically, psychiatry speaking, neurologically, any organ system across the body, we have no idea what it's done, right? So what is up to us as a population is to be kind, compassionate, caring, understanding. And for me, it's easy as a doctor, because that's our training that we've had, right? Regardless of political belief, orientation, gender, race, colour, skin, whatever, it doesn't matter. If a person has COVID, in my mind, that is how the lens that I apply everything to, right? So for me, it's very easy, and it was fascinating just dipping into some of the comments and vitriol in terms of him. Have I been hacked? I'm going to unfriend you. Okay, great. Please do. You're talking shit, Kish. Okay, fair enough. You can have an opinion. That's fine. I don't mind. But anyway, yeah, Alistair, I was looked after really well. I was so lucky, and I'm going to make loads of content. I'm going to make loads and loads and loads of content about that, and we're going to talk about that, and that's not what I was going to get onto. But I wanted to see what you guys think in terms of, are you really excited about 5 o'clock? Are you going to be watching it with eyes open? And my suggestion to you guys, to be honest, would probably be, I'm not going to watch it at 5. I'm not going to watch it live. I don't need to watch it live. Nothing's going to happen between 5 and 6 or 7. That means I have to watch it at 5, right? This constant, hey Matt, notification, the death toll's rising, the numbers are rising. Yes, it's tragic. Yes, it's worrying, but that is creating a perpetual state of unease and psychological tension and trauma and fear, right? So you don't need to look at it. You need to be aware of it. You need to watch it. And I will watch it, but I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it at 5, because at 5, I'm going to go and see my grandma that I haven't seen for ages. And I'm going to stand outside with an umbrella because it's now raining, because I'm not going to go in her house, even though on a national or a population level, you can say, oh, it's safe, don't worry about it. I know the numbers. I know that elderly and Asian elderly, if they were to get it, is potentially catastrophic, right? So I take the view, the personal choice, and this is what they're encouraging us to do, the personal choice. Cameron, hello mate. Personal choice, personal responsibility. I'm taking the personal choice that I don't want to go and murder a member of my family, right? Inadvertently. Now, I know that I don't have it because I got tested in hospital, I didn't have it, whatever, right? However, the reason that we need to be really mindful of this is it is so contagious. Its numbers are rising. So the best way you can protect yourself for this is listen to the advice that you're given, which is hands, face, space, which is really, really important. But also have almost a zero tolerance or policy, zero risk. See what I mean? Words not quite there. Word finding difficulties. A zero risk tolerance approach to it, where everything you do is to minimize social contact or modify social contact in a way that you're not suffering the mental health detriments, right? Because we've had 6 months of lockdown, people are lonely, people are missing family, humans thrive on social interaction, right? But we're also pretty ingenious. We're also pretty, I'm losing the words, I don't know, but ingenious. Somebody help me, tell me a word that's like innovative. Oh God, what is it? We do things like as a species that are amazing, right? So what we need to do is we need to learn, and we need to learn to use the technology and the resources that we have in front of us to connect us, and use it to connect us rather than divide us, right? So that means use these technologies so that even if you had to FaceTime your elderly relative, I'm not FaceTiming because said relative refused to have the Wi-Fi, and that's fine, that's their choice, right? But so that means I have to modify my behaviour. So I'm going to be standing outside. I've got my boots on. I've got my umbrella. Adaptable. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Adaptable. That is the word. Thank you. That is going to be a common theme, I think, as I continue my recovery. So yeah, we need to modify our behaviour to make sure that we're minimising our social contact as much as possible from a virus point of view, but we're maximising our social contact with innovative and novel ways so that we maintain from a mental health point of view, right? Because that's really important. So just before I go, because this is quite a short video, right? I'm going to try and keep them short, keep them sweet. Tell me where you are, where you're watching, what it's like where you are. Are you looking forward to watching this afternoon, evening at 5, whatever? What are your concerns? What's it like where you are? What your issues are? And yeah, let's see. I might just go down the comments, see if there's loads of people watching, which is good. I thought using the word murder isn't rhetoric. You are adding to the fear with the use of that word. Shocking. Okay, Jay, sorry about that. I mean, it's my personal opinion, right? I look at the facts. I look at the danger. I look at the risk. I try and educate, and I try and teach the population about what's happening, because I'm in a privileged position in the sense that I have training, I have understanding, I have knowledge, and I've been reading about this since December, January kind of time. And I can remember telling mates in March in a car park playing badminton that what's about to happen is big, and it's going to be, I don't know what the word is, not devastating, but massively disruptive. Sorry, that's it. So it's going to be really, really disruptive, and we need to watch out, right? So yes, it's a bit flippant, Jay, and it's sharing a little bit of my personal life, which I don't do, and I, shouldn't really, but part of it is putting me on the line, and that's my personal opinion, right? It's not, I don't think it's adding to the fear or the use of that word, to be perfectly honest, because look at the people that have sadly died and lost their lives, whether they be young, healthy, healthcare professionals around the world, whether they be anything, right? What we're dealing with is a highly, highly, highly virulent, highly contagious pathogen that is novel, that we haven't had any exposure to ever before, and it's reacting in people in such a strange way, from completely asymptomatic, but you've got it and you're shedding virus and you're not symptomatic, you're asymptomatic, you're shedding virus, but you are contagious, all the way up to you're on a ventilator, your lungs pack up and you die, right? And So what I don't want to do is I don't want to put anybody at risk, because I know that the ultimate endpoint, somebody who is Asian, in a high-risk group and elderly, the amount of viral load that could be devastating to them, that I could, for instance, if I go into their toilet, into their house, and I put some either breathing, most likely, or spit, like I just spoke there and I spat and it came out, right? We don't know. Nobody's done any studies to say exactly how much viral load is needed. All we know is most likely the more viral load you're exposed to, the higher the risk, the higher the problem. And I've gone on record at the beginning saying that I have felt that the scientific communication throughout this has been an absolute shambles, right? And that's why people are confused. That's why people are scared. That's why people are sensitive. So I'm not wanting to add to rhetoric. Yes, it was a bit of a flippant comment, and it was trying to get a point across. So I hope that's kind of explained things. Just having a flick through, see if there's any other questions. Good, Richard, don't freak out. That's very sensible. It does stuff to you, well, everybody, not just you, but like from a